14 for a little bit more information.
From whom and when?
Well, we only had the person presenting. We didn't hear anything from the Board of Health or any of
I would
these
agree with
doctors
that.
or so forth, so.
Agree with that.
Will we get anything in 2 weeks from the Board of Health?
The
Or we
Board of
have to
Health
wait till town meeting?
has this matter on their agenda for May 7th.
Or we have
So
to
that
wait
means
till
that
town
we
meeting?
wouldn't vote on this until
Town,
the
so
night.
recommended
Night of
meeting
town meeting.
So it wouldn't be in the book on what our recommendation would be.
That's okay. We've done that
Yeah.
many times.
I guess if there's gonna be any debate, though, we're not gonna have a lot of time to debate it prior to the town meeting.
That is also true.
Is it possible to see where people are today, just not vote-wise, but just thinking-wise on this one? I know Gene already indicated that he
Yes.
Like an
wants to
informal?
keep.
something
Yeah,
informal.
Well,
I mean,
I'm just curious to see.
Well, I think a general discussion would accomplish that.
Yes.
Ms. Kane, do you have any thoughts?
Well, I appreciate the fact that you're in the middle on it. I look at it from two sides. I'm somewhat concerned, and I've done some research on some of the facts in here, which I don't see these facts being as strongly worded in some of the research that I've done, indicating the horrors of fluoride. But on the flip side, there's a part of me that does sort of understand that we're putting something into the water supply which not everyone might choose to want to have in the water supply. So I guess there are ways to access fluoride other than through the water. I know, as I stated earlier, whenever I go to the pediatrician, they're asking me, do we have it in our water or not? And if we don't, I'd have a prescription given. So I think I'm falling more on the side of voting to approve this motion to not have it in the water supply is where I'm thinking right now.
I would concur. That's kind of where I'm falling, but I feel like I don't have a medical background. I'd like to hear from some of those people that do, but basically underscoring the fact that we are putting something in the water which may or may not be harmful, may or may not be helpful, and because I do feel that there's so many other ways to get fluoride that maybe it's time that we stop doing that. So if I was forced to vote tonight, I would vote for it. But my preference would be to garnish some more information before voting.
Mr. Ritigliano.
I too don't. I think we've evolved a lot in 63 years. I think 63 years ago, my grandparents were brushing their teeth with baking soda, right? So there wasn't a whole lot of fluoride around, and I think we don't need to put fluoride in our water. I agree. I've seen the decay of on teeth. Yeah, I notice that when I see kids from Massachusetts versus kids from areas of New Jersey where I know they don't fluoride the water, and I see a difference in the teeth. And I don't know.
Do we have better teeth in New Jersey?
Yes, they do.
Oh, okay. No, that was a serious
No,
question.
you notice the staining. What do they call it? The fluoride oxide. I'm not a dentist, but I have.
Fluorosis, as I think is what it was referred to.
What is it called, Pat?
Fluorosis.
Fluorosis. Right.
Do we have that in Massachusetts? You've
Yeah,
seen that?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, and I'd love to get the $25,000 back.
Yeah.
Mr. Skillman.
I think I'm coming down on the side of voting for it also. Primarily, I think, what some of the other people have said, because it can be a choice. I mean, again, 63 years ago, it probably wasn't a choice, whereas now there are alternatives.
If we're going around the table, I will say I feel so not strongly about this issue. I'll probably abstain because I think people who actually have an interest in this should have more of a vote.
What about from a financial perspective, though?
From a financial perspective, cavities are expensive. So maybe the $25,000 spread across the 35,000 population we have in this town is a $1 a year insurance policy for less cavities.
69 cents.
So 25,000 in the grand scheme of things, we're looking at a public health issue that maybe you are preventing from cavities. It's probably not a big deal. That is my opinion. I
You
really
feel
have
rather
no
strongly
opinion.
about that.
I'm very strong about having no opinion on this.
Very opinionated for no opinion.
Now I'm going to abstain just to aggravate it.
I'm
Mr. Pitney.
kind of leaning with John. I have no skin in this game because I'm on a private well, so my kids have grown up without fluoride in their water anyway.
And
They
how
do-
are their teeth?
Their teeth are much better than mine were growing up with no fluoride in Worcester. But they do get fluoride treatments at the dentist. They've had their teeth sealed. Having the $25,000 back would be nice to have. On the other hand, some of the science that's referenced here, I'm not necessarily convinced that the fluoride is harmful at the levels that are being put in the water. I'm sure that when the evaluations are done by the Board of Health and other professionals, that levels are kept to where it's probably beneficial for the teeth, but not toxic to the general population.
See, I would suggest even that a lot of people in Shrewsbury use bottled water. As drinking water.
Well, we hope not. We want to sell them water.
I know you do, but at the end of the day,
So I'm fine approving this article, and if it gets defeated by town meeting, if town meeting wants to continue having fluoride in the water, I'm fine with that also.
I mean, the majority of water is used for either bathing or washing clothes, I'd say,
One would hope.
And flushing toilets.
and flushing toilets,
And cooking.
compared to what people use for drinking water, in terms of volume.
What do you boil your macaroni in?
Well, yeah, but I'm
Bottled
saying,
water?
no,
Oh,
I would like to hear from the Board of Health, though, and I think that that's an important step in the process for us to wait and hear their recommendation.
we make a lot of macaroni.
Mr. Budenhagen, do you have anything to add?
I think it's been a tremendous benefit all these years to the people in the town, and the children's, I think, have grown up with it in the water system, and it's been a great benefit.
Gene, how long have you lived in Shrewsbury?
Wasn't Gene the one who originally
can't tell
proposed
you.
this?
1952.
He knew who Mrs. Shea was.
All my life. You want to know the number of years?
so
No,
you
I'm just-
basically, you grew up without fluoride. In effect.
Show us your teeth, Gene.
I've had very good luck with my teeth, and I have to say my children and grandchildren have benefited tremendously. So I would say it should be kept. But,
Okay, we can move on now. Everybody's had their point. We're not going to vote.
Ready to go to the next?
Apparently, people are not ready to vote because I don't hear a motion.
Right. I would rather hold off.
We proceed to Article 15, which we will